What if I told you most men don't achieve the life they want, not because they lack the capability, but because they lack the strength to push through when things get tough? This lack of mental strength is something we develop from a young age, and it held me back in my 20s and 30s. Therefore, if you want to know some of the things I changed to build mental toughness, let's start with number one: facing discomfort. Discomfort is something most people run from, but you need to stop seeing discomfort as a threat and start to see it as a tool to becoming mentally stronger. Because the more discomfort you can tolerate, the more mental toughness you'll build over time. That's not me trying to motivate you, that's just reality. Over the last few months, I've been taking swimming lessons. You can watch my video on fear and that will explain a little bit more. By putting myself in an uncomfortable situation on a weekly basis, it's helped me to become mentally stronger, which has helped me with the gym but also my business. Wherever you get the most resistance, remember that's where you get the most growth. The gym, talking to girls, working on your business, doing self-improvement all seem tough in the moment. But if you can continue but also push through when things get tough, you will realize you're more capable than you think, which reinforces your mental toughness. You don't have to do big things. You can start very small. Take a cold shower, skip your breakfast, go for a walk for 60 minutes, not go on your phone for 30 minutes, maybe even go bed 1 hour earlier. As long as you keep pushing past your comfort zone, you'll keep building mental toughness. Number two, stick to a routine even when you don't feel like it. Now, we've all had those days where we can't be asked. I must have them 6 days a week. So I know what you're going through. To make things even worse, you might be putting in all the effort but not seeing any results. But the men who achieve everything they want in their life are the men who push through when things are not going their way, but also when they don't want to. Where most people go wrong with their routines is that they build a routine that is so crazy that you don't want to do it, or they try doing so much in a short period of time. Listen, if you can't get up at 4 a.m, there's nothing wrong in that. I tried 4 a.m, 5 a.m, but 6:45 was the sweet spot for me. Now, you might not be a morning person, and that's okay. If you're more productive at night, set your routine that works around this. To make sure you follow your routines, plan your day. What time you're going to wake up, what time you're going to go to the gym, what you're going to train in the gym, what time you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, what time you're going to work on your business, what time you're going to go sleep. This has been crucial to my success. Set your day up so it works for you. Ignore what everyone else is doing. Your daily routine has to be effective, but also has to be set up so you can achieve the things that you want. And when you complete something off from your day, it improves your mental strength, because when you realize you're completing stuff and achieving things, it gives you a next level of mental toughness, so you feel like you can do so much more. Now, you might hate routines. From school, you were told what time to come in, eat, sit down, get up and leave. Therefore, you might think routines are there to control you. But now, you're building a routine to help you to be free but also be successful. Therefore, build a routine and stick to it. Number three, controlling your emotions. Having the ability to control your emotions like fear, anger, pain, sadness will build mental toughness. It's so easy to lose control of your emotions, whether that's getting excited, sad, or even angry. But this inability to control your emotions will keep you mentally weak. I always let my emotions control my decisions, therefore I made bad decisions. But when I finally took control of my emotions, I was able to make better decisions, which gave me the mental toughness to take bigger risks with bigger rewards. Therefore, if anger, fear, sadness start to creep in, don't just let it all out. Take a second, breathe, and see the situation for what it is. Once you do that, you train your brain to become mentally stronger. Number four, spend time alone. This is something I was forced to do, but it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. So I'm the youngest of 8. I got 4 older brothers, 3 older sisters. I was always surrounded by people, Therefore, I hated being alone. Just the thought of being alone, I would end up spending time with people I had no interest in. I remember on one occasion I arranged to meet someone and I ended up crashing my dad's car. I think I had a pretty lucky escape there though. This constant need for attention will keep you mentally weak. I was lucky enough I was forced into a situation where I had to spend time alone. At the time it was lonely, but looking back it was the best thing that ever happened for my mental strength. When I was younger I struggled to sit at my desk but also work for any period of time. After about 10 to 15 minutes I need to go speak to someone or see someone. This really stopped me from progressing in life but also achieving the things that I wanted. But now that I've learned to spend time alone, I can spend a whole day working on my business, which has allowed me to achieve things I never thought were possible. This ability to be alone allowed me to travel the world. I went to the Philippines and trained in Filipino martial arts and got to experience Manila. Then I went to Thailand, I trained Muay Thai, but also got to visit some great places. From there, I went to Vietnam and did Jiu-Jitsu. From there, I ended up in Dubai and Paris. If I never learned to be alone, I would have never taken the risk to travel alone. Therefore, I would have missed out on these amazing experiences. Learning to be alone gives you the mental toughness to do the things only people dream of. Number 5, become ruthless with your promises. I'm talking about the promises you made to yourself. It's so easy to skip the gym, order a takeaway, lie in your bed all night scrolling on your phone and then tell yourself tomorrow you'll change. But when tomorrow comes, you end up doing the same things again. But if you keep telling yourself you're gonna do something but then you don't end up doing it, this not only destroys your confidence in yourself, it weakens your mental toughness because you become a person that can't even rely on yourself. Therefore, you have to become ruthless with your promises. When you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you've promised yourself you're gonna go to the gym, go to the gym. Don't break that promise. Even if you just go for 5 minutes, it will make all the difference to your mental strength when you keep that promise you made to yourself. Number 6, control what you consume. What you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. If you're feeding your mind with negativity, fear, this will shape the way you think, but also the way you behave. You have to remember your brain is like a sponge and it absorbs everything you feed it. Therefore, you have to be putting in the right information. You want to be putting things in that motivate you, make you more intelligent, help you to deal with problems, but also help you to become mentally stronger. That's why when I'm in the gym, I prefer to listen to an audiobook instead of listening to music. I'm currently listening to Think Rich and Grow Rich. I think for the 10th time, but there's this one chapter which is so important. Therefore, I'm constantly listening to that chapter on repeat because I want that message to be ingrained into my mind because I know it's so important to my success. It's not just what you consume online. You have to be conscious of your environment, but also the people you spend the most time with. If friends and family members are always complaining, blaming others, not taking responsibility, this will become your mindset. Surrounding yourself with these type of people will keep you mentally weak. Therefore, be conscious of what you consume, but also your environment if you want to build mental toughness. Number 7, get physically strong. I will say this till the day I die. A strong body equals a strong mind. Mental strength and physical strength are tied together far more than society wants to admit. Getting physically strong isn't just about lifting weights and looking good in the mirror. It's a pathway to mental resilience. Every time you push past the pain or the discomfort, you train your mind to become stronger, which makes it easier to deal with tough situations. Furthermore, research has shown that people who go to the gym, regularly exercise, are less likely to suffer with depression and anxiety because lifting heavy weights releases a chemical in your brain which makes you feel calm and relaxed. Every time you do one extra push-up or even lift a little bit more weight, you're improving your mental toughness. You may not feel it straight away, but I promise you it's happening behind the scenes. lifting weights is an absolute awesome way to build mental toughness, but it also boosts your confidence, your self-esteem, and it makes you more attractive. Number 8, delayed gratification. We've all been there, endlessly scrolling on our phones, binge watching Netflix, grabbing one chocolate bar after the other. But these bad habits are making us mentally weak. Instant gratification can have a massive impact on your results, but also your mental toughness. The thing that's going to blow your mind, there was an experiment done to see the effect of delayed gratification. A group of kids were put together. They were given 2 options. Number 1, either eat the marshmallow right now, or number 2, don't eat the marshmallow for a bigger treat later. Once those kids had grown up, they contacted them again, and they found the kids who delayed their gratification were a lot further in life, but also a lot more successful. Therefore, you want to practice delaying gratification as much as you can. Learning to delay gratification is hard, but it'll help you to get better results in life, but it'll also improve your mental toughness. Number 9, learn to say no. It can be difficult saying no to people. No one wants to be disliked or left out. But if you say yes to everything that doesn't align with your goals or your life, it will weaken your mentality. Because if you prioritize being liked over what's important, you will stay in that trap of trying to please others for the rest of your life. The truth is, no matter how hard you try, you can never get anyone to like you, respect you, but also be as loyal as you. Therefore, you need to learn how to say no when it doesn't align with your goals or your values. Every time you confidently say no and experience a positive outcome, it will give you more confidence in your decisions, resulting in more mental toughness. Being mentally tough is crucial for every man, but if you don't want to stay a slave to the system, you might want to check the next video out.